We gotta start moving the animals out of here as quick as possible. He's looking phenomenal. Look at that rainbow sheen. So you pick them up, put them in the tote. Got them in. Here's the finished product. Hello everyone, welcome to Tommy's Reptiles. Well, we're back at it after that leak that pretty much destroyed the entire reptile room. We gotta start moving the animals out of here as quick as possible. Let's start moving some reptiles. All right, so it's time to start moving stuff out. I'm gonna start with the hardest thing, which is the fish tank, and I'll be moving it against this wall in my living room. You can see we have all this stuff sucking out the moisture. But yeah, the fish tank will be going right here. I got this fish tank stand to keep it on for now, and then I'll probably sell it once I get stuff back into that room. I flipped the fish tank stand on its back, and I'm gonna put these little felt pads on the bottom of it just to protect the tiles. There it is. Just make sure it's level. Perfect. All right, I just put the pump in there. Let's turn it on and drain this fish tank. Can't find my net, so I have to catch these fish by hand. Got the pleco. All right, I think that's it for the fish. I got them out. I put a screen over there so they can't jump out. Now I'm gonna start taking the rocks out and putting it in this container right here. Last rock. I'm thinking about possibly leaving the sand in there and see how heavy it is. I might be able to muscle it into the other room. But first I gotta disconnect this stuff over here, the filter and the power head. Nope, I decided I'm going to take the sand out. So this is gonna take a while. I'll check back with you guys once this part's done. All right, so I got the tank out here on the stand and I decided I'm just gonna keep all the sand out of it, and I'm gonna only fill it up halfway with water. Okay, so I got most of the sand out. There's still a little bit left. I don't really care. This is more just about efficiency. I got the filter hooked up, and so yeah, we'll start filling her up with water, get the fish back in there, and put a few rocks, and then I'll put some egg crate back in there to support the rocks. Here's the egg crate. I'll just keep it right in the center, or right there, and maybe I'll also use the rocks to just make a little makeshift basking area for my terrapin. All right, let's start putting the rocks in there. All right, that's what we're going with right now, so let's start filling this puppy up with water and get the animals back in. All right, the fish are in. Let's put in the diamondback terrapin. It'll take a little while for the water to clear out, but yeah, so this is gonna be the setup for these guys for the next, I don't know, month or two. I know it's not ideal because the water's not that high, but I don't want to risk any more water issues in this house after what happened. Yeah, they'll be fine. And next up, let's move the water dragon right over here. All right, so we're headed back in the reptile room, and I unplugged this guy already, but I'm gonna take that closet door off, and luckily this enclosure is on wheels, so I can simply just roll it out there and not have to go through the whole thing I just did with the fish tank. And here's why it's awesome to put enclosures on wheels. Super easy to move. There we go. Got the water dragon out here. The terrapin and cichlid tank. Got a lot more to go, but that's it for today. Need to take a break. All right, next I'm going to be moving the Blackbox snake enclosure. I think that I'm going to bring it out in the living room and maybe put it on this thing. It looks about the same size. Oh man, this is a process. I don't have any good kind of holding receptacle for the snake right now, so we're gonna have to use a good old-fashioned pillowcase. All right guys, let's get this snake out of here. I think that I'm just gonna remove the snake and then like the water bowl and some of the decorations. And then I'm probably gonna leave the substrate in there and see if it's light enough for me to move out of here so I don't have to take all the substrate out and then move it back in. He's right under this Blackbox cage's hide. This should be a pretty easy process. There he is. He's looking pretty good. Let's get this pillowcase ready. He's gonna be confused because I don't think I've ever put him inside a pillowcase before. Come on, buddy. You guys can see he's looking phenomenal. Look at that rainbow sheen. Just incredible looking snake. All right, let's put him in the pillowcase. All right, come on, buddy. Hopefully we can get this moved super quick so he doesn't get stressed out in this pillowcase. All right, good to go. Let's grab the water bowl, dump out the water, get the hides, and then try to move this big enclosure. All right, that's good enough. We'll close it up and try to move it into the living room. Hopefully this goes smoothly. Okay, we got the enclosure off the shelf. Now I just have to maybe put it on its back and slide it out through this door and make it over there. It was pretty heavy, but I think I can manage it. Okay, we got it out here unscathed. I'm just gonna open it up and spread out the substrate because you can see I tipped it over and it all slid to one side. All right, we're all ready to put the snake back in. Here you go, buddy. Shout out to Blackbox cages. This is my favorite reptile enclosure I've ever used. These things are awesome, super durable, amazing design. I love this brand, and I plan to only use this brand in the future. Next enclosure I want to take out is the monitor enclosure, but he sleeps behind this rock wall, and I don't want to move this enclosure until I get him out and put him in something, because this enclosure is real clankety. I feel like it's going to break. So yeah, I want to get him secured in something else while I move it. Now I'm draining the fish tank in the monitor enclosure, and then I'm going to wait for him to come out from behind the wall. Also going to take out all these decorations and get this enclosure out in the living room also. Okay, everything's out. Now we just have to wait for Walter, my quince monitor, to come out. I got one of my poison dart frog enclosures. I'm going to put it right under here. There we go. Now I just got to figure out where to put the other poison dart frog enclosure. All right, Walter's out and about. I'm going to use a quail egg and coax him out and get him into this plastic tote. Whoop, I dropped the egg. Give him a nice distraction so I can pick him up. Put him in the tote. Got him in. Sorry, buddy. Okay. And he's still eating it in there. That's pretty funny. All right, let's go get his enclosure moved as quick as possible. Okay, we got the monitor cage out. That was tough. Took about 10 minutes. Let's put the decor back in and get the monitor back in there. All right, we got the enclosure ready. I'm gonna get the monitor, put him in there, and then we'll add his water bowl after, because if I put him right in with fresh water, he's just gonna get it all dirty. I'll try to make it as stress-free on him. We're just kind of pointing toward it, and he'll probably climb right into it. There you go, buddy. Does this place look familiar? Come on, go on in, bud. Okay, he went behind that rock wall, so we'll give him his water now. I'm not going to keep his fish tank in here during this process just because it'll be more work, and I'll give it to him when we get back into the reptile room. All right, we'll let him settle in here. Okay, so the only two other enclosures we got to move are going to be the spotted turtle tank and the other dart frog enclosure. All my frilled dragons can stay in this room because the ambient temperature in here is only going to go up to about 80 degrees, and they're perfectly fine with that. And maybe I'll just leave their heat lights on a couple hours less each day, but these guys will be perfectly fine in here. Here's the finished product. I put my last dart frog enclosure right over here. And here's my living room as we speak. And then we got the snake over there from earlier. But yeah, whoo, talk about a nightmare. We got the guy dropped off all these dehumidifying machines. And hopefully they fix the leak super soon. Oh yeah, and we put my spotted turtle enclosure right over here. Thank you for watching Tommy's Reptiles.